In tonight's episode, we discuss if AI is good for society, and specifically talk about the completely AI-generated band, The Velvet Sundown. Next, we talk about the recent tsunami that just happened overseas. And we finish out the episode with another movie from Colin about dealing drugs. The 2001 hit starring Johnny Depp called Blow. At least this movie made me feel something. Find out what we all thought tonight on the Lazy Dogcast. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 18 of the Lazy Dog Cast.
Lazy Dog.
Episode 18, we're adults. Episode 18.
You're
That's right.
we're full grown, dude.
Yeah, we can.
I'm living by myself, Dad.
It's funny. Well, Colin's back.
I'm back.
Happy to have him.
Lots of thoughts on the dog eat dog.
Yeah.
I loved it. We'll get into it later, but
Yeah. What do you think about the camera angles?
I did like the
Do you
camera
watch? You
angles.
listen to
I
it,
listen
though.
to it.
Okay.
I'm a first time caller, long time listener
Gotcha.
on the
Yeah.
radio because I'm driving.
You should check it out. I want to see what you think about the.
All right, I'll check it
the
out. I'll have
cameras.
to look. But yeah, more on that later.
Yeah.
We were also talking. We basically just had a 20-minute pod before the pod, and I'm trying to convince Dave to leave it as a cold open, but he doesn't like cold opens.
Hey, don't give him all the juice.
So hey, all of our Blakes out there, don't let it fall. Don't let it die on the clipping room floor.
Yeah, that's
Comment
kinda,
below. Tell Dave to keep it in.
That's that paywall stuff.
Yeah, there you
hop
go.
the wall- you gotta hop the wall.
What's
dude.
it called?
The Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But I digress.
yeah.
Dave, you got something you want
I
to talk
do.
about? You want to get something on your chest?
I don't usually have a banter topic. That's usually you guys. But I do have one today. Actually, it wasn't even me. It was one of our commenters, good friend of mine,
Oh.
Alex.
Shouty.
He mentioned a band called The Velvet Sundown.
And you had texted me about this on the group thread, and I had just heard about this band through another podcast like the day before.
Yes.
So I had kind of like I didn't care enough to go research it, but I was very intrigued. So
Yes.
I'm pumped about this.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard of the Velvet Sundown, pause the video, go listen to their most popular song, which is called "Dust on the Wind."
On the Wind, not in the wind. That's
Yes.
already a song.
Dust,
Also a great banger.
Dust on the Wind.
I also feel like that was calculated though. The name of that.
For sure, dude.
Probably.
Hey, how many accidental clicks is Dust in the Wind getting right now, dude?
Yeah, maybe.
Homeboys about to get a fat
Like,
check,
I've heard this before.
residual check.
Yeah.
Get them resis.
Yeah. So it's a folky kind of like 60s folk kind of band. Kind of sounds like it'd be released in like the Summer of Love kind of song. You know what I mean? But the interesting thing about this band is it is 100% AI generated. Completely AI generated.
And they are good, dude. They're good, dude.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That song's a banger.
If I heard that song on the radio, there's 0% chance, 0% that I would have been like, oh, that's of course AI.
Yeah, and I love. I mean, you were talking about this incident earlier, but I love watching, like when I'm doing my research, I'm just like researching through clips.
Mm-hmm.
All these musicians and singers or whatever being like, well, yeah, he's not in the right chord and
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, that, like, how? No, this is
The masses
this is
won't care.
bomb. Dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And see, it's interesting because I think I heard some people saying if you're not a musician, I don't think there's any way you figure it out.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I think people
100%.
are just like straight up lying. They're just
Yeah.
like, no, I could hear it. No, I could for sure hear it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no, you
no.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Stop. Come on.
That's wild.
Did you hear the top of his tenor there?
But
That was-
also, this does remind me, like when I used to bang in my 95 Yukon in high school.
whoa,
Bro,
What
I
are we
used
doing
to
then?
blow.
Whoa.
I
Hey,
said bang.
It's a children's
I see what
show,
you're
dude.
saying.
Come on,
And then
come
you
on
said
now.
blow.
I was about to
Easy.
say bang the bass but I stopped because I
Bass
had to give some
player?
deeper thought. That's my fault. Hey, that's my fault.
What was the bass player's name?
I'm crippled right now. But dude, I used to blare rap music.
Yeah.
Like blown out subs, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad hated it. Not it's loud and everything else, but he's like, this not even music.
Yeah.
No one's even playing in the band. It's just some guy on
In
a
a
keyboard
band.
or some
Yeah.
guy on the computer. I'm like,
Yeah.
who cares,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
This is sick. Like, I love it, Dad. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, this is terrible. This is I don't want music to go away. I love music.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like that. It's like people that hate it. It's like, dude, love it or hate it.
Yeah.
This is good.
Well, I think that's the question. I think that's the question that needs to be asked, right? And it's not just in music and creative fields. It's like in other things too. Should we prevent AI from doing things?
But also team people, right?
But that, you know what I'm saying? Should we prevent AI from doing things that it could do? And we're saying it could do this, but we're not going to let it, right? So like so an example could be self-driving trucks, right? Like driving the big
like
trucks.
The Simpsons, dude.
Right? So like,
Remember, there's a Simpsons episode about that.
I haven't seen that.
Autopilot.
They cover everything.
Like cruise control.
Really?
He falls asleep. He's like, how do I do this? He goes like, oh, you got to hit the cruise control.
For sure.
And he hits it and falls asleep and wakes up and he's at his spot, like his destination. It's like the best kept secret that truckers just sleep the whole time.
Yeah, but like have you seen a Tesla drive itself? So you
Not
can
personally.
You can like click a button on your app, and the Tesla will pull out of the parking lot and come as close as it can to where you are, like in the road.
That's dope.
It was wild. I was coming out of a basketball game and I saw this car and I double take. I was like, nobody is driving that vehicle.
Because someone clicked.
Like so that was wild. So
that's pretty G'd up, dude.
It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, your car is coming to pick you up.
That's sick, dude.
But it was so.
What are you gonna disagree with that take?
No, I'm gonna say I'm all for self-driving cars. Like, can you imagine how much more stuff you could get done, or even how much more you could screw off if you wanted to?
No, not like I'm not team let them drive everywhere. It's like Dave's getting to that point. We keep interrupting him, but I am very much team pick me up when it's 0 degrees outside of the basketball gym.
Then where's the line then?
That's the line. You can't leave the parking lot.
Well, my thing is, so I'm cool with it as long as it's not so this is the question. I don't know where I feel. I don't know. I haven't thought about that deeply.
Taking people's jobs, dude.
Exactly. So like the truck driving.
Oh, here we go.
Right. The truck driving is I think it was one of the most popular jobs in the country. Like one of the most numerous jobs in the country is truck driving.
I have a side take about truck drivers too.
So if you
Don't let me forget.
So if you think about this, let's say tomorrow, all of the AI is like, let's do it. We're gonna do it. Instead of having, it's more efficient. They can drive all night. They don't have to take rests. They're not gonna get as many accidents. All these things. But then millions of people are out of a job immediately. So that's the question. Do we let AI could do it? Do we let them do it? That's the question.
Well,
is there?
I'm team don't let them do it, but not for that reason. I'm just team like I just don't trust it. I'm team people, dog.
It'll eventually happen, dude. Especially we're in America. Everything's driven by money. So.
Not in your lifetime. You think we're gonna let semis just rip?
Oh,
by themselves
for sure.
No way.
Some type of
you
transportation.
Do too?
Maybe not at scale, like everyone's doing it, but will there be self-driving cars and trucks? Absolutely.
This is the new one. How many people versus a gorilla? 100 guys versus a gorilla?
Yeah.
Make this go viral. In your lifetime.
So we'll say the next 50 years.
You guys say no. You guys say yeah. Say your age. State your age, and be like in my lifetime.
I would just say in 50 years. Keep it simple for everybody.
2075.
In 2075, there's going to be semi trucks ripping across the highways of America.
100%.
Totally false.
They're already
not a chance.
They're already making autonomous vehicles. They're not. Like helicopters, like drones. They're already making like autonomous drones that can carry like crates and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we don't trust that either.
I'm just saying they're making it.
I know. So they're making it. There's always going to be the Elons of the world making that kind of stuff, and it's like along the way Elon stumbled on all this crazy stuff, and he made the Tesla cars and other successes. But he's like his dreams of the crazy shit he want to do is not happening.
But I feel like this is
the same exact thing.
This is somebody sitting watching the Wright brothers build this aircraft and like watching them on it go down a hill on this thing. They're like, look at these idiots over here.
No,
they're never
gonna. No,
and then they fly and they're like, okay, but who's gonna use that?
That's
like, why?
Actually, the opposite.
How?
I believe they were cheering on those guys because they're humans and humans believe in each other and we want us to succeed more and do all this stuff and we trust humans.
But what I'm saying is,
if it was like, hey, I made this thing that's just gonna fly around the world. People would be like, there's no way.
Well, I'd be cheering them on too. Like, hey, this is cool seeing them fly. But then we'd be like, all right, what are they going to use that for? And they're like, hey, one day there's going to be 50 people on one of these flying across the sky.
Right.
They'd be like, there's no way. That's not possible. It's not safe. Who would want to do that?
But what I'm saying is the faith in humanity aspect.
It's still humanity. We're making
trust in it and believe in it because there's a guy at the helm. There's a guy steering the ship, dude.
Yeah, there's going to be one guy in a command center, and he has control. And he's watching all of them.
You got to be in this ship, brother. You can't be on a computer, dog.
You have a failure of imagination. Dude.
I was gonna say the vision.
You just can't
dude.
see. You cannot. You can only see the present, and same with the football being in the future.
Yeah, dude.
You just can't see the future. You're just now.
I love it. I love it
now
how
only.
I'm dying on this.
But I also love how you're already like an old man, where you're just like, nope.
Dude, you have to make this clip go viral. Yeah. I guarantee I win this debate in a landslide.
No.
If we get comments or people like retweeting it or whatever, I guarantee I win 70% to 30%.
No.
It's so
everyone's on my side on this.
The only way it doesn't happen is if we again don't let it happen. That's the only way.
That's fine. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, so I guess that's the question. So I'm saying the technology will 100% exist. It will absolutely be able to exist.
That's a different debate.
Because it's there. We can do it now.
I'm saying and we're not doing it, dude. That's my point.
The
technology is there.
It just started.
It'll be there in 75. Yeah. No one is gonna want to do it, or no one will let it happen. I'm saying it doesn't matter, dude.
It will happen.
Dude, people
like U.S. legislation will not let it happen.
Yeah.
It'll be some political stuff.
I can see that. I can see that happening. Yeah.
There's going to be riots. There's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff, bro.
That would be the hurdle. Like the hurdle would be the litigation to put it in place because of safety and stuff like that.
Thank you to the program. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I know, but
you're saying that now, but not,
because
that was not your original argument.
You guys, because you guys pivoted. I pivoted.
Yeah.
No, I didn't pivot.
You pivoted.
But
how?
Hey, but who runs those things when they go through a lobby to pass the law to be able to put billionaires? Who's going to have the technology to have them? Elon Musk, a billionaire. All these billionaires are going to be the one, hey, I don't have to pay drivers. I don't have to pay this. My bottom line goes from this to this.
But there's going to be billionaires in the oil fields who's hearing all of his entire company that's made up of people being like, we will never let this happen. We can't stand for this. All of his guys on the ground that don't believe in it, taking jobs, all this other stuff, he's going to go and argue the opposite. Like, this is un-American. This is human race. You're putting people out of jobs for no reason.
Yeah.
This is just fine. I'm covering the cost of this guy anyways. I'm fitting this. There's no reason for it. And then he gets more Jerry Joneses than everyone else, and he wins. Ipso facto, I win.
So I think the only way it doesn't happen is by legislation. That's the only way. The technology will exist. The technology will be there to make it.
Okay, so I got one. He's on my side. There's one.
Well, okay. Well, this is my question. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it wasn't going to happen. I think the only way
getting them riled up,
the only way it won't happen is if by legislation. It won't because of a technological failure. It won't because of a technological.
I never said that. I'm saying it's not going to happen.
I would say, an example of roads.
I think the technology will be there too. It still won't happen.
What about pay tolls? All those jobs are gone now because of technology. You're around the same space on the roadways.
Touche, bro. That's a good point.
I mean, whether it happens all at once.
But did they lose their job,
blocks.
or they just get reassigned to?
No, they lost their job. Their job's gone.
Parks and Rec division,
and that's why this is different than other technological advances, right? So, like, say you're a horse and buggy driver, right?
Hey,
okay, then the car comes along.
1 and 2, yeah.
Then the car comes along, and okay, well, I'm still doing the same job. My tool is now different, right? So then now I'm driving a car, or now I'm driving a cab, now I'm driving an Uber. The car, the tool or the service that you're doing is maybe changing, but the job you're doing is the same. This is fundamentally different because now the tool is all there is. The human is being completely removed.
Yeah.
Right. So it's different than these other advances that we've made. It is like the toll people, because now the toll, it's not like the toll used to be cash, then it's card, then it's scanning your K tag, then you're done. Your job is gone.
You're out of here.
Right. It's gone. So
yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, I can definitely see a lobby being like, hey, we can't allow this. Or we can't allow it at scale.
Yeah.
Right?
I can meet you there. But Dave's right. Like, the only thing that will stop it from happening is us, if we want it to happen or not.
That's fine. I can't wait. There's no way this ever happens. It's already a done deal. 50 years is
okay. So let's say this, and this is hypothetical. Let's say there is no legislation that stops it. Right. Let's just say, for whatever reason, there's no legislation that stops it, and it's hypothetical. Does it happen or not?
It still doesn't happen.
Like,
Okay.
there's nothing in Bezos' way to stop him from
Nothing.
putting
There's
autonomous
there's no.
semi trucks that carry Amazon packages all
I'm
over the
less
country.
staunch on this point of the argument, but I still don't believe it happens.
Okay, so your whole point is legislation, then, really? Because if you take away legislation, you're like, maybe.
I
then.
think technology will be there.
I mean,
I don't disagree with you guys on that. Like, of course, I think we are gonna be at that point, no doubt. It's just we will in our life. It might happen in 58 years. It might happen in 100 years.
I think,
but it ain't gonna happen with us, bro.
I think it'll happen.
I do. I mean, I think.
All right, well,
put it in the ether. It's a good argument.
Because even our cars now, they have the lane assist. They have they can pick up on how far you are away from the other car.
Yeah,
they can
and I
pick up
turn
on
all
the
that
sign.
shit off, dude. I'm raw dogging.
You're such an old man, dude.
Go.
You're so-
I don't need it, dog.
Dude, you always tangent my argument. So it's not, again, I'm saying all the technology is right there.
It's fun though.
It's right, and it exists already right now. The Tesla in its infancy can pull itself out of the vehicle and go to this thing.
Yeah.
And it's brand new.
Yeah.
There's no
it's
way in
sick.
50 years it can't drive across the country. There's no way it can't.
Yeah,
of course it can.
Of course it can. I agree.
Yeah.
Of course it will be able to.
All right, let's
It will
keep this.
not.
I think that's slightly different than what you said at the beginning.
We'll put
but-
it out there and we'll see what people think.
It won't
Let's-
happen. In our lifetime, we will not see it.
But
Let's keep this train moving.
Case in
But
point.
we got away from the Velvet Sundown because I don't actually like the
Ooh,
little thunder.
Thunsty.
I don't like the AI being in the creating music. I don't like that. I don't
no.
take. I'm with you on this one. I don't like any creative field. I want the human. I want human.
What about something-
I'm saying this is good stuff. This is good music. I don't want any more of it. I'm down. Like, let's keep this out of the world. Yep.
I don't.
What if some bangers come out there?
Nah, dog. I mean, you are grandfathered in, Velvet Sun.
Yeah.
You can
You're the
continue to go.
first.
You're the only. You are
You're the
grandfathered
first.
in.
Yeah.
No one else, dude.
Yeah.
Wait till he makes his like rap transition or his hip hop
Mm-hmm.
transition. He's gonna have some good ones.
It takes away there's something about
humanity. The
Yeah,
humanity.
100%. It takes away something within like any kind of creative art, music, movies, like AI movie. Even if it's entertaining, I don't know. There's not the human element that I don't want, and that I don't have the same. I don't have the same hangups. I don't have the same hangups with it in like
I'd be curious.
technology fields.
I'd be very curious to watch an AI movie.
Yeah, that could be a top 5 things that AI could replace in the next 10 years.
Dude, I would. It's one of those things. Like, I don't want AI movies either. But if you're gonna make one, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna send you some videos after this about AI generated YouTube videos. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
send it to me, dude. That's pretty cool.
I can't tell if it's completely AI generated or if like humans write the script and AI just generates the visuals. I can't tell.
Yeah.
But either way, it's pretty
Yeah,
impressive
dude.
what it
sound
can
like
do.
I'm waffling,
Yeah.
but I'm
No,
staying strong to you people.
I can see what you're saying though, and like it's a tool that we can use, but how far does that tool go before it hurts us
Yes.
as a race?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I think there should be. I think it should be stopped. I don't think we should have people going across.
We got 3 people on our side now. That's 3 people.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
That's not.
You're welcome, fans.
Hey.
That's how you win an argument.
Hey, give a toll worker a hug. Give a toll worker a hug if you see him.
All right, moving on, dude.
All right.
I love
Velvet Sundown.
giving Dave gruff.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right. I have some thoughts on a lot of other things like Colin's Corner stuff. But do you want to get into since we're talking about debates and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to get into the dog eat dog, my review of the episode, or should we save it
All right. Give me a minute and a half
of the dog eat dog
of
thing?
dog eat dog review.
All right, dog eat dog review. Oh, here's another point. Which dog are you on the podcast cover?
I'm the one with the Nike.
My review says I didn't know Matt was a Democrat, taxing and regulations to own a dog. And then I also put a note, any clipping of ears should be illegal. Like how you clip pit bulls' ears or like even German shepherds and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't believe you should be able to do that.
Wow, it looks cool.
No, but it's like animal abuse.
Really?
Yeah. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
Like just buy your dog and love your dog how it looks. I don't care. Doberman pinchers, floppy ears, like
yeah.
Are they not like that normally?
no.
How they stick up in the air?
No,
That's
it's
not normal.
surgically done.
Really?
Every dog with pointy ears.
Because I don't think I've ever.
Except for like German shepherds, they
Okay,
will get
sure.
it done, But if you don't get it done, they will still like be able to perk their ears
like
up.
corgis. There's certain breeds, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
most of them.
But-
Because I don't think I've ever seen a Doberman without that.
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
I've ever seen it.
Your
I thought it
brother-in-law
was.
has one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was natural because I literally it's that
Yeah.
popular.
Boxers, same way. Boxers, you used to not be able to enter your boxer, I believe, in like the Grand Dog Show or whatever, unless it was like docked ears and docked tail and everything. Because boxers, you dock their tail, you cut their tail off. Rottweilers cut their tail off.
Yeah.
They're not born
But
with
why?
those little stubs. It's the
Appearance?
breed standard or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think you should do that to dogs.
Huh.
Just it's like this. I think of like the circumcision argument, but it's not. That's like
That's for
It's
health,
totally different.
but that's also for health
reasons or
purposes
religious
and-
reasons.
Yeah.
sanitary reasons.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great argument
Back in
for
the
it,
day,
but
but
that's
either
what it
way,
was. That's what
whatever.
it was. Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I would think that might be the equivalent, but like just don't touch dogs. And then I put the pit bull argument. Dave wins.
Okay.
And then I thought of we should do the PMI. Pardon my take. Pardon the interruption. Which is also funny because I said the same thing to both of you guys about it,
yeah.
and you were like, I think that's pardon my take.
It's so that the show that you're talking about is Pardon the Interruption, PTI.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that on that show. The show that did the scores was Around the Horn.
Yeah.
Around the Horn.
Yes.
But also you said they do on PTI.
Well, who gives the scores? There's
So
only
I
two
thought
of
at
them.
the end they had like a runner and they would tell
They don't do
up.
scores, but it is like a topic, and then they're just like talking about it sometimes.
okay.
in a bit.
No, I thought
but
they did
Around the
scores, so
Horn
it
is
Around the Horn.
Yeah,
All right.
they have four guys, and then the host gives points.
Yeah,
and then,
I know that show.
Yeah.
I
But
just thought that other one
It
did
actually just
also.
ended this year.
yeah.
They stopped
It was on like a
after-
20-something
Yeah,
year
it
run.
was on multiple
That was
decades.
one of the. That was like when I was
Tony
phasing out of
Reali, dude.
ESPN.
Tony Reali.
When I was like starting to get out of
Shout out,
ESPN
man.
every
Yeah.
single morning. I grew up with ESPN.
My buddy, he watches. He might watch. My buddy
Boom.
Robbie watched those shows every single day.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
I
there's a-
watched them. I didn't love them.
Yeah.
Boom.
So what I think, I don't think this is great for the podcast. So I have some ideas about how to make that work. But I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
I have some ideas
Great
too.
idea.
We'll go to the lab.
So
All right. Well, I have more stuff to talk about in Colin's corner, but we're gonna go long. So
no, go ahead. We got time.
The heat index I think is bogus. Heat index scores.
That is how. Is that the that is how hot it is, or is that
Yeah,
It's different than UV, right?
That's because that's where it's like the temperature is 98, but a heat index of 107 or 102.
Is that like
So like they're saying like
wind
it
chill?
feels like 102. Yeah,
Or like
wind
wind
chill,
chill
same
for-
thing. It's 40 degrees outside, but it feels like 17. No, it's 17 degrees outside. If that's what it feels like, that's what it is.
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I like the wind chill one.
And
Yeah.
if you're like, well, they can't do it because they can't like really calculate it or something. Okay, then just say it's 0 and super windy, dude.
Why
You
not
know?
give more information?
It just
It doesn't hurt you.
yeah, but don't tell me it feels like. How do you get in that? It feels like
the real feel or whatever.
yeah,
that you
the
have?
real feel. If it really feels like that, that's the real temperature.
An estimate? No, because what your body feels is not necessarily the same as the
That's like
temperature
when
is.
you preheat your oven to 350.
Mhm.
I don't know if this might hurt.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead, man.
When you-
Go ahead.
All right, well let's run with it. Let's run with it. When you preheat your oven to 350,
Yep.
and it's climbing to get there, and you put your hand in, and you're like, "Oh, this is 350," but it feels like 225 because it's not quite there yet.
Yeah, it's probably hotter
That's
than
what it is,
350
dude.
at that point.
Does that argument work or not?
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
I'm not gonna live or die with that argument. But
I
I
did-
could
I
care,
just-
I could care less about heat index because if it's 95 and it feels like 105, it's hot. Like if it's past 90, it's hot. I don't really care. Wind chill though,
I care.
I want to know when it's cold. I want to know if it's 40, but it feels like it's 27.
So you're on my team.
I wanna
Like,
know
let's
that
just
part.
call it. I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
like the
let's
cold,
call it
dude.
17.
but what if the wind like dies down or like
Well,
it's
then
like
it-
goes up and down?
Well, then
I
it goes
guess.
17, 19.
Or if you're like
12.
behind the house and the wind's blocking it.
All right, dude. Well,
Are you
yeah,
guys-
of course, but they don't. The weatherman isn't reporting on. Hey, if you're behind the house, it feels like 78.
Well,
if you're out in the world,
Well, maybe you're in a forest and there's no wind. The wind's not getting you.
Are you
okay,
guys?
in your area of the country? Dude, have you never watched the channel? They go like region by region, dude. They will tell you.
But once you step out of the forest, like you could be almost in the exact same spot. The temperature's gonna be the same, but there's no wind over here and versus over there. There's no reason why not. It's good to have more information. The more
then say
information,
the
the good.
weatherman's like, hey, if you're in the wooded area of the Appalachians, it feels like 14. If you're not in the wooded area, you're out on the plains, it feels like -6. Boom, done.
That's what
Checkmate.
they do. What are you
No, they
talking
say-
about? They give you both. They already give you both numbers. That's what they give you already.
Dude, there's no way. Like you're telling me if there's more insulation, it's warmer than what they say. If we're talking like a cold area, I'm losing this argument.
Yeah.
Hey, it was good while it lasted.
Hey, on a real note though, are you guys like weather people? Are you weather guys? Because I feel like
I could care less about the weather.
I feel like at some point, like probably 1 out of 5 guys like turns. We know one.
5 guys.
Yeah, not tonight.
My father-in-law's one. We have a buddy that's one. Dude.
I feel like 1 out of 5
It doesn't
guys
matter
that
to
you
me.
know, but you'll be 25. You'll be going to play hoops or
Nah.
hanging out, going to get some beers, and then the
I
next
look out
day,
the window, dog.
the next day,
It's
dude,
pretty
it's
hot.
like all of a sudden, it's like, hey man, do you know the wind chill's at -10 and storm's coming in? You're like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Wednesday, the storm's going to hit. It's like, it's Sunday
I don't
night. I don't care, dude.
I don't care, dude.
So I
Tell me when there's a tornado.
yeah.
I want to know that. I want to know all those things.
Yeah.
Extreme weather events. Yeah. I wanna know.
I want to know those. But also, like, I know it's the middle of summer. I look out and it's sunny. I'm like, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I look out and it's kind of cloudy. I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be humid.
I
don't need to know what the like. Yep, I'm with you, brother. Preach.
Yeah. I was going to meet somebody the other night and it was really nice, but I don't know if anybody's ever asked me this before, but they're like, they called me before I was supposed to meet him as my son's trainer. And he's like, hey,
Not a big deal.
thunderstorms coming in. Like, you still want to meet up tonight? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't care.
We're inside.
Yeah.
We play
I'm like,
basketball inside.
Well, you're inside.
Yeah, we're
Wow,
inside.
what a momo, dude.
well, he's trying to look out in case I don't want to drive across town for it. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can appreciate him thinking that, but I'm also like, I'm from Kansas, man. I'll roll through.
But
We from Kansas, boy.
from his perspective, though, he's like, you're the customer, right?
Yeah.
So like, you might not want to, so it's your choice.
Yeah, a little white glove service. I
Yeah.
feel it, but
I
also,
appreciated it.
But also,
him
hey,
asking.
you should be like, hey, you should have texted me like, I'm ashamed of how soft you are. like something like I thought you were making my son a man.
I did text him back because I know him, and I was like, hey, the real question is that the storm should be worried about me because he texted me, are you worried about the storm?
Yeah.
So no, the storm should be worried about me.
There
son.
you go.
So
There you go.
I have one thing to add. So, you know me. I don't go outside. So do I care about the weather?
yeah.
No, not even a little bit. Who cares? I'm inside. I'm in a house. We built these devices called houses that shield us from the outside.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I play disc golf is like my only outdoor hobby. So now I do take the weather more because I'm like, we'll be able to play on Sunday. It's going to be raining or
What's that
super
wind looking
windy.
like?
Yes. So
Yeah.
like, if it's raining or super windy, I do check that because like those two things completely will.
I'll do that when I'm golfing too.
Yeah.
If I go golfing, I'll check. It's mostly like the wind. Like, hey, what's the wind like?
Yep.
Yeah. No,
If I have a specific thing that I'm doing outside on a day, I'll check the weather.
Yeah, brother.
But that's it. It's not an everyday
Not every
thing.
day.
10 years from now, we're all gonna be standing there looking at each other, talking about a storm coming in
Yeah.
in a week and a half.
All right, dude. Speaking of storms, here's a little pivot, dude. Speaking of storms, earthquake, 8.1 seismic earthquake off
Japan.
in Russia.
Okay.
In Russia.
Over there.
And it was expected to hit Japan at like 7 a.m.
Japan's bad place to
It didn't hit. At 8 p.m. I saw a video at 8 a.m. The whole entire city is like cheering, like the whole city, because
The tsunami was gonna
the
hit,
tsunami
yeah.
missed them.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, like I get out of like the hospital, I'm like checking, like just like looking around. I see some videos. San Diego swells are ripping the piers, like certain piers apart already. That's just the surge. It's not the wave. I was telling my dad about this because he hadn't heard about it, and I was like, "Yeah, doesn't the like that wave goes like hundreds of yards in?" And he goes, "Like several miles." I was like, "Oh, I knew they were bad, but not, bro. That's like hella people are gonna die if you're not
wild.
ready."
Yeah. Dude, it makes me think about how like natural disasters are one of the only things that we still can't control. Right?
Yeah.
We've like conquered everything as humans, right? We like can control our environment, most of our environment, control
Cloud
animals,
seeding.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
But natural disasters, we're still completely helpless. Not completely helpless, but we're pretty helpless in natural disasters. So that's what we can do.
Right.
Right?
Now, hey, speaking of nothing we could do, get this. I was telling my dad the story. My mom said, I used to work with a gal who was on vacation in India. I guess a tsunami hit them like a while back. And they were at like some coffee shop and they saw the water going out.
Yeah, like it sucks it. Yes, yeah.
And like people were walking out like, this is wild. And there's like fish like flopping around stuff.
Yeah.
And he looks at his wife, he says, run. And they run like as far as they could and got as high as they could instantly. And he ended up like probably saving their lives. Because, like, I guess hundreds and hundreds of people died in that thing.
Well, it might have been the same time. It was there's a tsunami hit Indonesia was the most recent one I remember in my life.
Maybe that was it.
But no,
Maybe it was it.
But it was the same. I mean, it could have hit the same.
Yeah.
Could have hit there. But I remember it was.
I don't know where they were at.
It was devastating.
So
nothing is spared.
Yeah.
It's just like water up to your head, going miles inland. What do you do?
So,
like,
I got a question.
Crazy.
You walk outside and you have no idea any of this is about to happen, right? It seems like a normal day. Would you be more scared of if you just see out of nowhere a tornado, and like we're talking like a big one, like an F3, 4, 5 may be too drastic, but tornado, or you're standing in a field, massive tornado, or you're standing on a beach and you see out in the distance like 100-foot wave?
I am more afraid
Tsunami.
of the water.
Tsunami.
I will take my chances with the tornado, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Tsunami, bro. Water is
but
why do you think the Navy SEALs are so crazy? Like water equalizes all. It sucks life out of things. It's like, no, dude, no thanks.
Yep.
I'm afraid of my kids drowning in a pool, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the water like that. Yeah.
Every time I'm watching a movie and they have one of those scenes when they show it, I'm just like, oh my god, like that would be so scary.
Big wave surfers, bro. How about those guys?
No,
they go out there in like 100-foot waves and they dropped in on a jet ski. Like, bruh, you're toast.
No.
Yeah. That's too far out.
The extra element of drowning, like you still have, like in a tornado, you know, I feel like you just it's like going against like a tiger or a shark. Like, which one's more dangerous?
Yeah, no, shark all day sucks.
Yes, because you're in the water again. Like the water element makes it so much more scary because you're just so outmatched in the water. So at least you could sprint or hide in the ditch or something, or I don't know. But if the water's wave, you can't do anything. It's going to hit you.
Yep.
And you gotta, you know what I mean? Like maybe you can grab onto something. Maybe.
No.
Yeah. No.
You're done.
For sure. Easy. Tsunamis are wild. They're the wild natural disaster.
Yeah, no thanks. Do we have time for one more, or how are we looking? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do another
go.
one.
All right, dude. High school football coach recently. This week, we're maxing out, like, all the lifts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, like, it's max out day. Squats, bench. Bench was the other day. Everyone, like, you're going for a personal record, or, like, you're breaking a record in the weight room, just putting up weight. Everyone's sitting there yelling and cheering and, like, just wanting you to succeed.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that at the high school or college level. There's nothing else like that in sports. Like, not even the NFL. Like, they don't do that in the NFL. You know, like, I was trying to think, like, what would be the equivalent in basketball? What would be the equivalent in baseball? Like, I couldn't in baseball. Can't think of anything. Basketball, I don't really know.
I mean, you're not lifting that kind of weight. It's maybe like no, there's nothing like that. Maybe going for a vertical jump max, but it's so quick that it's not like.
And it's also only like 7 guys or like 17 guys, right? You know,
it's less. Sure,
I'm like
it's not
thinking
100
of like,
or 50.
It's like hella loud.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like people like colleges like dance, like do like a weight. I'm just like, dude, it gives me goosebumps. I told Teresa, I'm like, it's so fun. Like, it's crazy how much high school, like, that's the only thing that these guys are doing right now. That's the only thing that matters to them, is like breaking that record or do it, because that's how I was.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that matters is that I'm all state. I want to be all state both ways, north, south. Like, I have these goals, and like you would achieve them, and I'd be like, this is amazing. And I'd miss one, and I'd be like, this is the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then you look back, like literally a year after, you're like, that doesn't really, basically none of that matters. Like, that's all my life was. And like, if you live in the real world, you're like, okay, it's after high school. No one really gives a what you cared, what you did.
Sure.
And you're in college and like kind of like the same thing, but not as bad. It's just like, it's wild how you right now, like I was saying, like my son, like this is the only thing that matters.
Oh, it's perspective. Yeah, your perspective changes.
Yeah, like
you get further and further back.
It's pretty wild to think about.
Yeah, you get to see more and more of the actual world. So each individual thing becomes smaller.
But like, how do you tell a kid, like a high school kid, like, dude, I understand that this is the only thing that matters, and it's cool because it does.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only thing that matters, but also it doesn't matter at all. You know.
But why would you tell him that? Like,
no, you don't. I'm just no. But like, if you had to, it'd be like impossible to explain.
It would be, and that's why like you can't reason children out of things like that.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't logic them out.
AKA parenting. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, or, you could even say like a teenager breaks up with their girlfriend or boyfriend, right? It's going to be a massive, massive deal. And there's no amount of like logic that's going to help, right?
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And that's part of his growing up, I guess.
Yeah. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all I got, dude. I'm sorry I didn't introduce ourselves, but thanks for being in Colin's corner.
All right, let's get into the movie review of this week. And it was what again, Colin? It was Colin's pick. What'd you pick? Blow
By Johnny Depp. Well, not by Johnny Depp. With Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Hollywood got a hold of it.
Sure. Ray
Liotta's great. Johnny Depp. Ray Liotta. That's part of my all-time dad.
Great dad.
Let's debate. Great dad, dude. Amazing father. Now, great dad, dude.
This movie had some parallels.
Tell us a little bit more about the seat. Your little.
Yeah, well, to me, probably not the right time to say this, but we're already there. It had some parallels to Catch Me If You Can, kind of. Right, because it's like father-son dynamic.
That's true.
Kid doing
son's a criminal.
Smart kid.
But I like how one of my favorite parts of Ray Liotta's act in that movie is they're walking around. His mom just, rips him up and down about how, he's a scumbag, basically. I don't like what you're doing. And he goes out. So he's like, yeah. He goes outside with his dad, and his dad's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I know it's not great. I know it's not good. I know all the ins and outs, but I know enough. And it's not what I would have picked for you, but I'm proud of you, Georgie. You done good, son. Like, whatever you're doing, you're good at it. And he's like, I'm real good at it, Pop. He's like, I always knew you'd be good at something. You'd be great. It's just like,
he says he's great at it.
Like right then, I was like, great dad, dude, great dad.
Well, he says, I love.
I'm torn.
The movie critic in me says, great dad.
But he says, Dad, I'm great at this. And he's like, you could have been great at anything.
Yeah.
Which I think is a cool.
That brings it in. Like, see, there you go. That's a little softer than what I said.
Yeah.
It kind of is like, hey, dude, like, bro, if your son was doing something, like, he's not killing people. I mean, objectively, right? He's doing, but he's not directly killing people. He's not doing anything like with like sex trafficking or people trafficking. It's just like literally. Let's just say he's Johnny Depp. Would you act like Ray Liotta?
No. You
would turn him in?
I wouldn't turn him. I wouldn't turn him in. Like his mom does that one time.
The mom called the cops.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I wouldn't turn him in, but I would 100% would dissuade him from doing what he's doing. Like it would not be like.
Would you sever all ties with him?
Hey. No, it'd be like you need to stop doing this, or no, actually, it would be this needs to stop, or we can't have a relationship anymore.
Because you're involved. In real life.
Yeah.
Like. You're involved now.
Yeah.
There's something even though it's not blood on your hands, there's splattered on your shoes or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Dave though, because he just kind of.
I think I Ray Liotta it, dude.
There's no way you of all people Ray Liotta that. There's
dice,
no
bro.
way.
Me and young Murph versus everyone.
No, I'm with Dave though, because he's just like kind of like lighthearted, like I don't like what you're doing, like, but it's not like he's like giving him an ultimatum or like even standing and being like, hey, I'm so disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Right. And standing in that ground to let him know, like he's just kind of like loosely like stringing him along.
But also, I think it is an era thing. I think you guys should ask your dads this question. Because I think my dad would ask.
Hey, Dad, watch the movie Blow by Johnny.
No, seriously. And ask, and because I know my dad, I think what my dad would be Ray Liotta, dude. Because he's like that today. Like, he doesn't want confrontation. I recently messed something up.
True.
Literally, as a 35-year-old adult, I was supposed to do something for my dad, and I messed it up, completely screwed up, and I was just like, hey, I have this stuff going on. I dropped the ball. I apologize, and, we could talk about it later if you want, but I'm busy now. And he just said, like, no problem, son. Handle your business. I'm just like,
yeah.
I know he's disappointed in me for sure. He's like very upset.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna like. He's Ray Liotta, dude.
It could be a generational thing. Actually, you could be right about that.
I think you should ask your parents and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have been.
I am with you. Like, I would have a sit down, like, brother, what, like, several times. But I still would always maintain communication.
Yeah.
And he does handle it to an extent where he's like, hey, where he knows his son, right? He's like, he talks about when he was a kid, and he's like, he couldn't tell him not to do anything or whatever, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna do this regardless of what I say or do. I get that. So he does still give them advice, and he knows his son well enough to know whether I say I never want to see you again, or I don't want a relationship or anything like that with you because of this, I know you're still gonna do it. So he chose to maintain his relationship and just tell him he obviously doesn't care what he's doing, but
that's what I'm doing. Like,
yeah. So Blow, 2001 is when it came out.
Okay.
Based on a true story about George Jung, famous cocaine trafficker from the 70s and 80s. Rotten Tomatoes score 56%, 87% for audience. So giving it a average of 71%. So not bad.
Okay.
$83 million.
Is that like average? Like, I mean, like, I know it's average rating, but is that a good score, bad score? Like,
I think the 50
movies we've done.
The 56 isn't great. Yeah, Dave can see the ratings. Audience score is really good.
Like, do people listen to Rotten Tomatoes or not really?
I don't know. I mean,
I always hear it,
to me, I use it as the gauge.
Okay.
But I don't sit there and be like, oh, they rated it 50. I think that I'm not like siding with them.
I never look at it ever, so I didn't.
I
know
do
if
think it
people
holds.
trusted
I do think it holds some ground
Okay.
though. Like when a movie comes out and they say.
All right. Sorry. Continue on.
So I'm with $83 million globally on a $53 million budget.
So is that bad or good?
So they
Back then?
they made a profit, which it wasn't like a blockbuster movie or nothing. So
Okay.
this is kind of interesting. So the directed by Ted Deem, I don't know how to pronounce his name. This is actually the last movie that he ever did, and he had a heart attack after this movie and
Was he
died.
doing cocaine?
I don't know, but he died, and he died.
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan.
He died in like his
Ozzy Osbourne.
late 30s or early 40s. So this is kind of like Blow kind of has like a little bit of that, like, I don't know, cult kind of following or like kind of ambiance to it.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I'd say so.
So this director, let me see if you guys have heard any. Beautiful Girls,
No.
The Ref,
No.
Life.
Yes.
I was like, Life is the one that
Brother.
Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac.
You guys want to know something crazy? I've already picked. That's my next movie.
Nuh-uh.
It's on my list.
No way.
Yes.
Same director.
Life. Have you seen it?
No.
It's been a minute.
As a man of color, you have to see this movie. It's great. I mean, so you'll watch it in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Yeah, I like it, dude.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of the movie?
I think that Johnny Depp is usually in weird. Every single thing I've seen him, he's like a weirdo in his roles.
Yes,
he's a great actor. Like fantastic. I mean, one of the best actually. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
This is a weird role for him because it's so normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like a regular guy, pretty much. Like,
I like seeing him in roles where he's normal. I like him in both, but
yeah.
I think I like him better in the more eccentric roles. I guess maybe I was used to that.
No.
Captain Jack Sparrow is one of the best characters ever.
Yeah, he is really good at there.
I mean, fantastic.
But this is one of my favorite Depp characters. After that one, it's this.
Yeah.
I just love how he just is like, yeah, we can do that. Like, can we do that? Yeah, we could do that. He's so smart.
His rise didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, why this guy? Because like first
because he was a can-do guy.
He starts selling weed.
Yeah.
Like his girlfriend.
Did you watch the movie?
I did, but like,
yeah, dude.
I watched it.
Hey, we just caught Dave lying.
Yeah, dog.
No,
we know.
No, he watched the movie, but
you got the footnotes.
But how's it like
footnotes, dude?
Sorry, go ahead.
So he goes to this guy, this like salon owner's like, we want to sell weed. He's like, okay, here you go. Okay.
Well, he was vouched for by his girlfriend or whatever.
I get it. And then he sells weed, and then like, okay, so you sell a little bit of weed. Like, I just think it didn't really. How did he rise to go from like small time dealing to like
movie.
Like how?
He's
what
selling
do you do,
weed,
though?
and his buddy comes out and visits. He's like, "Look who I found."
Oh,
they got
do
super
it.
stoned, and he's like, "Dude, they would pay for this."
I guess
and
so.
They upcharge it like 5 times, and the guy's like, "Why you can do that?"
That's right.
And after the first delivery, he's like, "We need more. We need more."
Yeah.
So they just like mass production.
So that he showed that he could organize this and keep it all going and like deal with it all. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Instead of saying like we're not ready yet, he's like, "Okay,
let's do it. I'll figure it out."
Started figuring it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why he was so different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is the guy. He's like talking to Pablo Escobar at the end. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like,
but
whoa.
also like his loyalty. He's a genius. Like how to figure all this logistics stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But his loyalty ends up
to Diego.
Yeah.
Stabs in the back.
No one liked Diego, and he's the only one that let him in.
Mhm.
And he could have ended it right there, and his life would have been great forever. But he was so loyal. Pablo's like, dude, I gotta have you. So fine, we'll let this guy in. And then that's the beginning of the end, dude.
Yeah. Was it wild to you guys when you were watching that and like all of a sudden Pee Wee Herman just shows up?
Yeah, I
And
know,
you're like,
right?
Hold up, what?
Yeah.
Tell me you knew you saw him, right?
I did not know who. I mean, I watched the whole movie, but
The
who was it?
hairdresser. The guy you were talking about. He
In the
goes to get.
background.
That's Pee Wee Herman.
That's Pee Wee Herman.
Huh? Okay.
And he's the one that cuts him out and does business
Yeah,
straight.
Derek, like
Derek,
the gay guy.
yeah.
Derek. That's
gay guy,
Pee Wee
Derek.
Herman.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. We didn't know that. Don't categorize.
He's
him.
gay.
Okay.
The they. Let's have a the they.
And then also the big dude from Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Epis.
Yeah.
He's Jack now.
What? Yeah.
It's like Jason something.
What do they call him? Big Tuna? The tuna?
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
Oh, they call him
that guy.
Tuna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine being that big on a beach, dude.
I know. I love.
That'd be terrible.
That sucked. He was like in it, and then he was gone.
Yeah, nothing.
dude.
He
I
literally
wanted
says,
him to be in the movie the whole time.
Yeah, he's like Tuna stayed in Mexico. I don't know what happened to him, and that's it. They don't ever say anything.
That's probably real life, dude.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest, if that's like of all the things that sound like Hollywood, he's
Yeah.
probably just like, dude, I didn't have time to go find tuna. I was smuggling drugs.
Yeah,
so.
his best
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
So see ya. That's how those guys are, dude.
Yeah, I do think his mom was terrible. She was a money grubber,
Yeah.
and she was just like a person that I could see being real. Like,
Yeah.
only cared about her image, only cared about money. Throughout the whole thing, she's like, "Oh, this beautiful house, and this beautiful thing." and-
This woman sucks, and she gets off the hook.
Ooh, I got one for later. I'm gonna see if Dave caught
but
or
she
not.
doesn't cheat.
No,
Like,
no,
she
no.
leaves though.
But she leaves.
She leaves,
and
that's
he
true.
says
We don't know
she
what
left,
happened.
And he says like, "Mom
true.
left several times."
That's true. You know what? She does.
And then she just come
She
back
does.
on Christmas Day, and he's like, "Georgia, give your mom a hug," and he's like, "No."
yeah, yeah.
You
That's the one thing I would say. He's not a good father. Like, I don't think you can let that
Yeah.
person back in your life like nothing happened.
Yeah, I'll allow it. That's
like
fine.
that's you gotta put
Yeah.
your foot down. And be like you know, like, oh, you're the
Yeah.
mother of my kid, but like this is not. It's not
Yeah.
just like nothing happened here. We're just gonna move
Right.
on.
I don't know what you're about to say. I'll let you go. I have a pretty hot take.
I got a couple.
I think.
I got
Yeah.
a couple.
I
You
think
go, then I'll go, then you go.
Well, I was just gonna say. So as we're stringing along here in the path of the movie, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when he goes to jail, like for weed or whatever, and they're in that classroom.
yeah.
And he's like trying to get out of
Yeah.
there, and they're like, "Why would we listen to you?"
Yeah.
And he gives them the spiel, and
Half
he's,
the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he starts. That's where he meets Diego, and he's like, "Yeah, I went in there with like
A bachelor's in marijuana, and I came out with
a doctor in
in
cocaine."
That is the
Is he with a
sickest
drug
line.
school?
That's a good
And
line.
really, like, if we're being honest, of all these, I listen to like a bunch of these like prison podcasts. Sounds like it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
thought-
go in there on a Dewey and you come out like career criminal. Dude.
Yeah.
I just love
can
how
see
like
it.
instantly those dudes just like respected him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, look at this dude, and they're like, "Oh, hold up, what do you?
Yeah, dude.
What do you know about?"
Okay. So my hot take is, if Georgie's first wife, girlfriend, fiance,
Ooh.
or whatever, if she never dies,
Mm-hmm.
his life is drastically different.
Yeah, for sure. Because she loved him.
Right.
His second wife didn't love him.
Right.
She loved the status and power and access to cocaine.
So
but even
Dave-
if he doesn't meet her, he's still like, I think he's still smuggling drugs, but like it's almost like a butch, like the Wild Wild West, Butch Cassidy and
Mhm.
whatever.
yeah,
Like his ride or die chick, it would have been one of those. Probably would have ended up in demise. Maybe.
now I'm glad you.
Happier life though.
That's a great take, and I thought about that too. And I'm glad you guys brought up the second wife because Dave's starting to creep into my head in these movies where I watch and I'm like, I think his second wife. This is another example where the woman gets off the hook for just poor behavior.
Mm.
She's a
Yeah.
drug addict. She married a drug dealer.
Yeah.
He goes clean. He gets out of the business, stops drinking, stops doing drugs. She's still doing drugs, upset about how their life turned out because it's not lavish and anything anymore.
Yeah.
Puts him in jail,
Yeah.
keeps him away from his child,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and then talking about you can come see her when I see some child support and stuff like that.
Right.
He
Yeah.
can't get money because
You
it's
put him in
hard for him
jail.
to find
Yeah.
a job.
yeah.
And is holding his child away from the thing he cares most in the world about.
Yeah.
And here we
Well,
go.
she's a moron.
I'm like, Dave,
But in the
Dave's
end, he
creeping in.
wins because he. Well, was
No,
it?
he didn't win.
He doesn't win.
He loses
No,
big
no,
time.
no, I
Yes.
know, but
Because no, but the reason I don't, she was for sure bad, but he just saw a beautiful woman that he was attracted to, and he just not made a terrible decision. She was like already engaged to another drug dealer guy.
Yeah.
And so I don't actually
because
blame.
he's gonna do whatever he wants.
Yes, because I
Like his dad
agree
always
that
said.
that she was a terrible person, but she always was.
Yeah.
And it's his fault for entering
But he also
into
married
that.
somebody like his mom, right?
True.
Somebody who,
Oh, that's interesting.
you know?
Yeah, you're right. Because she all about the money.
What's that complex?
It's the
Sigmund-
Oedipus.
The Oedipus complex.
Oedipus.
Yeah, there we go.
Oedipus. Does that
Oedipus
go for
complex.
like moms and dads? Or is that like the whole premise of that?
Oedipus is
You
the,
marry someone like your mom.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Interesting.
And really, that happens, but I only ever see it happen with kids with like bitchy moms or moms that will do everything for their kids.
Helicopter moms?
Yeah, like a helicopter mom. I've only I see like my I have a buddy and I'm just like, dude, he has to marry someone like his mom.
Mm.
He doesn't know how to operate if he doesn't have someone like, hey, go, you need to pay your bill, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he found a woman that was just as bossy as his mom.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, she was bad for sure, and especially because he did like see the light, and it's like, oh, this is my daughter, and as soon as he had his daughter, he's like, I'm done.
Right.
And until that party with all the cocaine, and she was pumped about it, right? And that's what ends up being his demise is that he gets busted at by the waiters.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
And then he skips bail and gets caught a bit finally.
Yeah,
whatever,
one of the
but-
lines. Yeah, the only guy
Yep.
who's gonna get busted by waiters.
Yeah.
I like he has a Boston accent
Yeah.
too. Boston George.
Yeah.
Boston George.
Yeah.
So he was when he got caught and sold out by all of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting to 60 years in prison,
Yep.
served 20 years, was released in 2014,
Yeah.
and died in 2021.
Okay.
Dang.
The other thing that I was thinking,
7 years.
yeah, the timelines didn't match up because I had a funny scenario now that I see this. So the movie came out in 2001. So actually, that does. He was in jail in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about this.
You didn't get to see his movie?
No, he did.
Oh.
But I was thinking about this. You know how you can watch movies and stuff in jail? How sick would that be? You're in jail.
You're the president. You're now the king, dude.
And they're like, hey, guys, we're doing movie night tonight, except we're not watching, Howard Hughes and whatever black and white thing we're watching, in this crappy theater.
Yeah.
We're going to watch the movie about this dude
This
right
guy,
here.
Georgie.
George.
Oh,
Yeah.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Legend, dude. You're walking
Yeah.
around the prison
Yeah.
and a legend, dude.
That's funny.
I got Johnny Depp playing me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not to mention, now you got business because everyone's like, "Oh, you're a career criminal."
I mean, that's
can learn
probably
so
the
much
highlight
from
of his life there.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
for
got to be
real.
the coolest feeling in prison.
Yeah.
So-
All right, what do you rate it, Dave?
Okay. So this is not my type of movie. I think I've made that very
What?
clear.
No, I know, but I
like-
thought this one could win him over
But
because
again,
there was
like-
less violence.
That's true. There's not a lot of violence, but it's the same story of, he sells drugs, he makes it big, the booze and the girls and the women and the money, and it's huge, and then he falls, and it's.
But again, I've told you, when you have this take, I've told you about you could do that just about with any movie.
Yeah, true, but this type of movie doesn't interest me.
I see.
Right. So
Okay, yeah, touche, touche.
it's that same arc. You're right. A lot of movies have the same arc.
Yeah,
but
I
this,
love it because I love.
But this arc doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I rated it. I was gonna give it a 5, which is exactly what Training Day was, but I actually am gonna give it a 6. I gave it 1 extra point, and that's for one scene. And
Which
it's the
one?
very, very end.
Oh.
It literally made me start crying.
Yeah.
Literally,
we finally got you.
literally started crying
I knew it.
because it's when he sees his daughter. Right, you have a visitor. His daughter comes in,
Yes.
and he hugs her, and she's like, "You're my life, and I did everything for you, and you're my heart, and all that stuff." And then the camera snaps, and she's a child again, and he's holding her up. I literally started crying. I'm like, it hit me right in the feels so hard, and it came out of nowhere because I'm like, this movie's okay. I get it. It's over. It's like, oh my god, bang,
dude, a teardrop's only worth 1 point, dude.
Yeah, because the movie's not that good.
From nowhere, it's not even that kind of movie. You're not gonna get 2 points a
I'm gonna-
drop, dude.
Dude,
I'm
one
gonna-
entire point is a lot for one scene.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was a very heartfelt scene.
100%.
Some of the blowback, no pun intended,
Oh.
about this movie was that it kind of glorified, because it's based on a true story, it glorified somebody who was trafficking in drugs, which led to deaths,
Countless
murders,
things.
all these
Right.
terrible things. And here we are, like, oh, this is funny. He's in this plane with the tuna and doing all this
just
stuff.
like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like you watch it. Like, this is
and
great.
it's a movie, but
terrible
my argument to those people who say that, I'd be like, watch that final scene
Yeah.
and see if that's funny, see if it's cute,
Yeah,
like see if it's
not
that.
cute.
It hits everybody in the
That's true.
feels.
It is different.
The
than,
thing he cared about the most in the world was stripped from him,
It even says at the end, she never came and visited him in prison. I'm getting chills right now.
and that's true.
Like
They're-
legitimately. And then the scene
Dude, that's a point. That's another point.
The
We're
scene-
up to a 7 now.
the scene before that, was pretty good too, where he tape records himself to his dad, like he's
Yeah.
dying.
oh
essentially.
yeah,
Yes.
So like those two
That
things,
too.
those two
Yeah, dude.
scenes were really good. And besides, again, the rest of the movie was but those two scenes really hit me. Like both of those things hit me, like really in the
where
feels.
the dude, I love it. I love this. Where he's talking to his dad, and he said, he told me money wasn't real.
Mhm.
Now I know what you were saying.
yes, dude.
So, like, to your point about him being a good dad, he said what he
Yeah.
needed to say, but
Yeah.
he didn't want to hear it at the
So
time.
that's an 8 now. We're at an 8,
No,
dude.
no, it
This is
doesn't.
an
It doesn't
8.
make up for the whole
We're climbing,
movie.
baby.
We got an 8 now.
But it does.
Oh, boy.
It does make it much better. Like, I think you're exactly right. It does not glorify anything. It does not glorify that. The way he ended up was, you wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. Like, you know what I mean?
it's
Like
terrible.
living in a life where he only wanted to beat his daughter and he just can't. He just can't because of the decisions he made.
Yeah.
And it's not, again, like, even though he made bad things, he got justice. It's justice. What happened to him it was just. But still, as a father, you still like feel for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they walk away holding hands, and she's not actually there. It's all in his imagination, and it's like,
Yeah.
but when it switched from the adult to the child, him holding, is when it literally hit me right in the feels.
I was to say,
That was
Colin, don't take your rating bad, because this is one of my favorite movies too. Like,
What do you give it?
I would give it like an 8. Like, I love this movie. I've always loved the movie. It's one of those it's memorable. It sticks with you.
Yeah.
Like, I love the rise and the fall. Like the drug stuff. It's it's what. But I love watching. It's and based on a true story. Like, but I just love people like American Gangster. All these things where it's like, hey, I
that's
found
a good one.
I found a niche in the market, and then we explode. Like the rise and fall of anything. I love watching.
yeah, and he ended up being likable because of the fact that he wanted to get out. He wanted to get out. Like, he made out decisions. I wanted to get out of this situation when there was something on the line now.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't do it. Like, his past would not let him out.
I love that stat too. They throw out 85% of the cocaine in America at that time was traced back to him.
Oh,
Insane.
you can think about it like that. How many deaths?
Right.
How many deaths? Like, he's almost a mass
Yeah.
murderer if you think about
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
My other favorite part too was when they're in that like apartment and they have all that money.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's like
box.
100 pounds. So that's like 200 grand or whatever. I'm not going to count it. We don't have time for that. Like, go put it. He's like, where do you want me to put it? And he's like, I don't know, in the back bedroom.
The rats are eating on. Yeah.
That was wild, dude.
Yeah, and that's real. Like, you think that how crazy that is. I think the reason I love this movie so much more, it's not fair to because it's nostalgia, but I had a buddy in the drug game that went from dime bags to boats to to all this different stuff, and I was just like, this is why. It was like watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just see him out and be like, and we always were boys, but I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? And kind of knew, and then he got out of it, and I was like, paid for a house as cash, and I was like, I'm done. I was like, this is the only guy I've ever known to beat the drug game. I was like, this is wild. Should be a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't beat the drug game.
Yeah.
Like, he's now a user, homeless or like, who God knows what's going on. You're just like, and I miss him and I love him, but it's just like, dude, drugs always win.
They win a lot. Yeah. They have their record is, they have a really good record.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, dude.
Yeah.
Never lost.
Never
sure.
lost.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
I appreciate you picking this movie. So I love going back and rewatching
Well,
it.
it's an 8, so that's great.
A couple of things you asked where it ranks. average wise for the rest of the movies, it is the third lowest rating on Rotten Tomatoes at a 14.
Oh, okay. So that's like kind of par for the
Hey,
course.
we need to. I'm gonna
You're
put.
Rotten Tomatoes guy, dude. You're with the crowd.
I'm putting this in the spreadsheet though because I've attempted to do this at least to you or Dave, but I'm gonna have to make a line item on there about making somebody cry.
Tears, yeah.
Tears.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
yeah.
I
Put it on the board.
I will tell you guys if something made me tear up or cry. So I will confess that.
I'll tell you, like it's always the same thing. If it gets me to cry, it's almost always children. Like in this situation, like it's always that's always it's a very common one. That's always gonna get me more than anything else.
Okay.
It has something to do with kids.
Yep.
But that takes Matt's score is 7.06, and Colin's score right now is 6.59.
That's better than I thought it was.
So Matt's up by about a half a point, and we're even. It's 7-7. So
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my movie for next week.
What is it?
I hope you've seen this. If not, it's your fault for not updating the spreadsheet. I hope you haven't seen this, I should say. Ford versus Ferrari.
Nope.
Sick movie.
We're going with that.
I have not
It's
seen
a cool. It's a good movie.
It's a good one.
We're
I
going
like
with that
it.
next
Dave will
week.
like it.
Tune
Cool.
in, Blake.
That's an
See
8.
what we got next.
Perfect. Well, gentlemen, you got anything else before
Lazy
we
dogs.
wrap it up for this
Nope.
evening? We'll probably be around an hour, hopefully, something like
See
that.
you next time.
See episode 19.
If you're waiting for a top 5, just a reminder that we didn't do it. We're doing it every other week
Yeah,
as a
there
top
you go,
5,
there you go.
right? So it's movie top 5. So stay tuned next week for the top 5 and this for this time.
And I hope you get to see the cold open at the beginning of the show.
We'll see. Don't remember, comment, subscribe, like, share the video.
If you
That
don't
always
see it,
helps.
tell Dave it's a mistake.
Perfect. Well, until next time.
Cheers,
See you
boys.
later.